on every single aspect of your life by the conditioning of your mind. And it's all been by the people who raised you, the people you choose to put in your life right now. And I know, guys, when we were 14 years old and our parents gave us the 14-year-old speech, don't hang out with that crowd, that's a bad crowd, because we don't want you to be like them. Y'all got the speech? It's a God-given speech that every parent gives 14-year-olds. But, guys, it still applies when you're 24, 34, 44, 54, 64, 74, 84. Show me your friends, and I'll show you your future. That's why it should scare you as far as the lounge where you have your breaks at work. Because if you're hanging out with those people, you already know what they're going to talk about tomorrow because they talked about it for the past 15 years. So you already know what they're going to say. That should terrify you because those are the people you're spending your life with. So this morning when you woke up, if you were not excited about your life, if you were not thrilled about your life, you didn't jump out of bed, fired up, look in the mirror, and absolutely accept responsibility. The world is not fair. The world doesn't owe you anything. Everything is about choices. Repeat after me. I am where I am.
I am where I am.
By the choices I've made.
By the choices I've made.
Or I've allowed others.
Or I've allowed others.
To make for me.
To make for me.
All right? So sometimes we don't choose things, but people have chosen it for us. And then we can control how we think about it. So when I was growing up in southeastern Kentucky, I heard a lot of positive messages like work hard and love the Lord and you're a good person and we take care of the weaker. And there was lots of positive messages I was programmed with. But I also heard the limiting messages of people like us don't have stuff like that and, you know, just be happy with what you've got. And that is spoken by people who love me, would die for me. And see, inside some of your worlds, there's much darker messages, but were spoken by people who love you. And those were things like, you're dumb, or you're slow, or you're stupid, or you're never going to amount to nothing. Yet that person would take a bullet for you. So we get real confused as adult human beings what to do with that. Because we want to honor and respect the people who would die for us, even if the messages are wrong. And so I want to give you permission today to love the messengers and throw away the message. Love the messenger and throw away the message. My daddy is a great example of that. My daddy, I would die for him. But, you know, even today, he's helping me load my car. Well, I tell you just to stay here. The snow is coming, but I know you won't listen to me. You know, you ought to hear the speech. I've heard it for 32 years. The one I get when I go on an airplane somewhere on a big trip overseas. Would you like to hear it? I have it memorized. Would you like to hear my daddy's speech? It says, oh my God, don't tell me you want another one of them trips. Them people over there don't like us. They're going to kill you. The plane is going to crash and the babies are not going to have a mommy. Please notice my children are 28 and 25. No, you are too busy traipsing all over the world to sit down here on the porch with me. Love you, Daddy. I'll send you a postcard. I'll see you when I get home. Love the messenger. Honor the messenger. Throw away the message. You don't have to feel like you are being disrespectful. And so anyway, so our brain is a very, very controlling part of our success in Mary Kay. So when people say, I'm sorry, but this is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard people say. But I've actually heard people say, well, I don't understand why at Mary Kay meetings we can't share negatives. Because, you know, negative stuff happens to Mary Kay people. I always, giggle under my breath and think, sister, I ain't hiring no babysitter to come to meeting to hear about your problems. So sorry, but you are fresh out of luck, baby. We are not doing that. Why? Because we are a product of this crease. And the crease is what you're allowing in. Some of you need new friends. Some of you need new boundaries. Boundaries are when you are not rude, you are not disrespectful, but you draw a line in the sand. We just had an incident, actually one of my 4 beautiful directors that is up here, she had a very bizarre facial the other day where a woman just really violated her mental state. And we talked about how that would handle, and I said, well, A, you don't attack her, and you don't judge her. but you draw a line in the sand that says that won't happen again. That will not happen again. You will not be allowed to speak with me that way. You will not be allowed to speak to me that way. You don't attack people. You don't judge them. That's between them and God. But you draw a line in the sand that says that ain't going to happen again. We ain't doing that. I will not allow that. So, hence, I'm building up to what I'm going to train on. Because what I'm going to train on are the invisible things that cause us to get stuck oftentimes in our own ways. Because if we truly are where we are in our life with the choices we make, or we've allowed other people to make for us, then we're in absolute control of how fast or how slow we move up the career path. And what we have to do in this business is so much mental. It is so much mental. Guys, what is there to make up? You put the blusher here, okay? The eyeshadow goes right here, and the lipstick goes here. Done. Okay? Done. We're done. And Lori Hawk spends 8 hours teaching you where to do it. Okay? Okay? So in 8 hours, Lori Hawk can make you a makeup expert. But it will take you the rest of your life to get your own head and keep it on straight. And think abundantly. I don't see any lazy people in this room. I see people who got out in nasty cold weather, and you came here, and you probably had a rough day, and some of you got kids with their homework, and they're texting you, and there's drama at home, and there's all this stuff. I mean, have you ever just wondered, like, what would happen if you just didn't went home? I mean, what would happen to these people if you just didn't go home? And, you know, we can get off on that. And actually, if you don't follow me on Facebook, I have a private Voxer group. How many of you are in my private Voxer group? I have this whole Voxer message about some of you have become enablers of your own family. Because you know what? One day you may not come home. And have you raised a group of people that can't take care of themselves? That's not nothing to be proud of. So you really want people to be strong enough to stand on their own 2 feet. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a look at something, because my Mary Kay story is